All right, well, welcome to our first 10 a.m. coffee break of 2021, where we take a few moments on a Friday morning to let you know what we've been up to at Collider this week. So to start us off, I will send it over to Jamie to let you know what he's been working on lately.
Thanks so much, and happy 2021, everyone. I think it's going to be a good year. Won't say it'll be the best year, but I'm looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be a strong year for entrepreneurs here in the Rochester community. Just to kind of bring you up to speed on a couple of things that we've managed to get started here, even though it's really the first week of January. Our Ecosystem Navigator videos, I think we may have talked about them or hinted about them previously in other coffee breaks, but they're coming along. Obviously, you saw the one coffee break where we were actually at Cascade Meadow shooting part of the videos. So we've had a great partnership with Ambient House Productions and Mike Kramer, who just has an amazing eye and is just an amazing videographer and really a filmmaker. I mean, really, we're getting drafts of these videos, and they're coming out just amazingly well, really highlighting our three ecosystem navigators. And so we're putting the finishing touches on those, getting those final edits done, and we hope to have those released hopefully in the next week. I really hope you enjoy them. There was a lot of love and hard work going into those videos, and I think they're going to have a real impact and really help introduce the Rochester community to these three fantastic people. So the next thing that we have going is we're happy to announce our three peer networks, and these peer networks will gather about 10 different entrepreneurs in the Rochester area together to really help each other out, to learn from each other, and most importantly, move all of their businesses forward. We've been able to launch these peer groups with the support of the Southern Minnesota Initiative Foundation, Destination Medical Center, and Frederickson and Byron Law, who have done a fantastic job being able to support our entrepreneurs here in the region. So we will be doing, like I said, 3 of these peer groups. The first being focused on female entrepreneurs, the second on medical companies based here in Rochester, and the third is food and with really an eye towards packaged foods. So we're really excited about this. We're really excited to get these peer groups kicked off. It looks like potentially we will get started in early February, and just getting these great entrepreneurs, CEOs, founders together to really have some honest and open conversations and to work to help each other out. So look forward to more about that in the coming weeks. Lastly, I want to put in a plug for the E1 Showcase. This is going to be a great event on January 21st, where we really take a moment as a region to celebrate the tremendous entrepreneurial success that we've had over the last couple of years. We'll have quite a few speakers that will be entrepreneurs from our region that get up and share a little bit of their story with us. And maybe hopefully you can learn a little bit more about the E1 network, which is this regional collaborative of almost 20 organizations in the Southeast region. And I think it'll just be a fantastically fun time. We've got a couple of companies from Rochester, most notably Sherpa and Rochester Home Infusion, who will be participating. And I think it's going to be a great event. So you could check that out. I'm sure we'll have a link in the show notes below. And with that, I'll send it back to Amanda.
All right, so the first thing I wanted to talk about is our upcoming Basics of Entrepreneurship class. Again, this is something you've probably heard about a lot on the weekly coffee breaks. This is an 8-week program that's held completely virtually to help people really at the idea stage, think about their idea, think about if it can support a business, and then if you kind of check off those boxes, really understand who your customer base is. So our class is now full. We have about 11 or 12 people registered, which we're really excited about. And it actually starts on Tuesday night. So it seemed like it went really fast, and now it's here. So that'll be an 8-week program starting Tuesday, and it'll run through March 2nd. So I'm excited to get to meet the people who are participating. A lot of them I have never met before, which is a great thing. So looking forward to helping these individuals discover more about themselves as entrepreneurs and hear from great entrepreneurial guest speakers from the community share more about their journey. On the podcast this week on Rochester Rising, we aired podcast episode 207, which this was a little bit different. It wasn't necessarily new content, but it was looking back at some of your favorite, the most downloaded podcasts from 2020. And I really encourage everyone to listen in because I think it showcases really kind of the depth of business development here in Rochester, because these were in very different industries, from biotech to retail to web-based businesses to entrepreneurial ecosystem building. So very, very different. It was just a little snippet of these conversations, about 10 minutes from each. And ironically, they were all recorded kind of from January to March in 2020. So there was no mention of pandemic or anything that went on really in the bulk of what made up 2020 in those interviews. But I think they were really inspiring and really motivational, at least for me, thinking about 2021 and what I want to accomplish. So check it out. On the podcast, we heard from Dr. Tim Nelson of Regen Theranostics, David Olilla, who's an entrepreneurial ecosystem builder in Flint, Michigan, V. Town, who runs Hidden World Vinyl Records, and Dan and Natalie Slagle, who are the founders of Fuse Financial Planning. And lastly, yesterday, we released our latest roadmap to the Rochester Entrepreneurial Ecosystem. It was a little bit delayed. I guess there wasn't a new one in 2020, but for all that 2020 was, I guess that's understandable. But this is version 4.0, if you believe that or not. And it's really meant to, not take the place of human interactions and talking to somebody, talking to us or our navigators of what's available in the community. But it's a starting point, when you have the time, you want to get involved in the ecosystem, what's available for you, what resources are out there. So it's just a starting point for you to understand what's available in the community, but we encourage you to take a look at that and then reach out to one of us, one of the ecosystem navigators, and have that conversation about what there is in the ecosystem that can help you in your entrepreneurial journey. So you can find that on the Rochester Rising website. We'll also have a link in the show notes so you can kind of easily navigate to that. So that is it for me. I will send it back to Jamie for his final thoughts for the first coffee break of 2021.
So I hope many of you had the opportunity to read my blog post on Collider's website this week, just kind of talking about the one resolution that I kept a long time ago to really see if I could do something to encourage entrepreneurship here in the community. And I won't read that to you here on this video, so please go check that out if you have a second. But I would really just encourage everyone in 2021, like, now's the time. Everybody talks about, building back better or other phrases. My favorite phrase is just get out and do something. I think we have probably shown over the last, especially 5 years, that it's easier to engage a computer screen than it is to engage a human. And of course, 2020 has really exemplified that by our year of Zoom or Microsoft Teams or whatever, pick your poison of video chat. As you are able, try to get out there and try to understand what's going on in the community, and make 2021 about really positive change. How can you make a small difference in the community? And I'm very, very confident that even if 1/10 of the people listening to me right now were to do something like that, it would really change this community for the better. So, we've got a great community, but it can always be better. And you're never going to know unless you get out there and try. So I'm just encouraging all of you to get out, to find something you're passionate about, and just go do it. So with that, I'll send it back to Amanda.
All right, thanks everyone for listening in this morning. As always, we encourage you to like this video and share it with someone that you think should know about what we're doing at Collider. And we will see you next Friday at 10 a.m. for our next coffee break.